Expanded America's Center in the heart of St. Louis for the women's individual event finals. And a good thing this building has been expanded, because a sellout crowd of over 10,000 is on hand for a preview of America's future Olympic stars. Hi everyone, I'm Paul Sunderland, joined by former Olympic champion Julianne McNamara. The competition at the Olympic Festival has been fantastic. And Julianne, in years past, this same festival format has proven to be a launching pad for many an Olympic star.
That's right, Paul. It definitely has, and it's an impressive list of competitors. The most recent names you'll recognize: Kim Zmeskal and Shannon Miller. Shannon Miller is the current world champion.
And get ready to add another name to that list, Donnie Thompson, winner of the all-around here. She has been scintillating during the competition.
It's been very exciting to watch her, and it's going to be fun to track her as we head to Atlanta. She's only 13 years old. She'll be in her prime heading there at 15.
Also in her prime and winner of the silver medal in the all-around, her teammate, Christy Powell, also from Colorado Springs. A tough loss in the all-around, although she did win the silver. What will be her mental approach to the competition tonight?
Well, she's going to go out there and she is going to shine, because let me tell you, she's a powerful gymnast, especially on the vault and the floor exercise. She had the team competition high scores of a 9.9.
The roster is full of stars for this competition. Stay with us. The individual event championships coming right up. But first, let's take a quick look back at the individual all-around competition. Donnie Thompson lit up the night in winning the all-around here on the uneven bars.
Donnie was a picture of consistency. She came to this event, she wanted to win, and she did nothing less than hit all 4 events. A great all-round performance.
Christy Powell took home the silver, oh so close to the gold, but was outstanding in the floor exercise.
Paul, this is a powerful gymnast. Not only is she powerful, but she's very graceful. She's one to watch for as we head to Atlanta.
And J.C. Phelps struggled on a couple of apparatus, but one where she certainly excelled was the balance beam.
J.C. really did turn in some nice performances. She finished off her balance beam routine here with a very difficult 2 back handsprings into a double backflip, kept her right in the standing.
And the final results in the women's individual all-around. Donnie Thompson takes home the gold from the East. An Eastern teammate, Christy Powell, takes home the silver. And J.C. Phelps from the South takes home the bronze. In the team competition, the North won the gold medal. The East took home the silver. And the West went gladly into the sunset with the bronze. Coming up next, the first of our 4 competitions tonight, the vault. Now, Christy Powell with her first pass, first in the vault in the all-around competition with a 9.90. She'll need the same to do well tonight.
And she's an awesome vaulter. Watch this. Yurchenko, 1.5 twists in the layout position. Beautiful vault. Again, a little step on the landing there.
So much speed down the runway and off the vaulting horse, just could not stick the landing.
There's that round-off flip-flop entry. That's the Yurchenko. Now she flips, laid out, 1.5 twists. Big step on the landing, but a good vault.
Christy Powell will have to come right back here, gather herself, not only be graceful in the air, but certainly stick the landing. Her coaches, Tom and Lori Forrester, the same coaches for our next competitor, Donnie Thompson in Colorado Springs. 9.775 for Christy Powell on her first vault.
Now ready for Christy's second vault.
Sarah Kane has set a high standard for Christy Powell to go after.
Very difficult vault that she's performing. 1.5 twists.
One small step, but otherwise fabulous.
That's right. A very good vault, but she did not nail the landing. That will cost. You can see right here, she gets a good push off the horse. Again, like I said, that frontward landing is very difficult.
Christy Powell again first in the vault in the all-around, won the silver in the all-around competition. Had some trouble on the balance beam, but as you can see, not much trouble in any of the other competitions. Kara Fry from the North, our first competitor in the vault.
She'll be performing a Yurchenko with a half twist in a laid out position. A couple steps on the landing, but a nice vault.
She was tied for 6th overall in the all-around. Kara comes from Nazareth, Pennsylvania. You saw her coach right there giving some words of encouragement. She's coached by Bill and Donna Strauss.
You'll hear me mention the Yurchenko vault many times. Almost every gymnast these days performs that vault, named after a former Russian gymnast. And as you can see, they actually do a tumbling move onto the vault, then push off the horse and flip. Some of them you'll see do a half twist, some will do a full. We'll even see a double twist.
Is it hard for her to be the first competitor on the vault?
On any event in gymnastics, it's always hard to be first up. As the scores move along, the scores usually do build, regardless of the performances.
Score 9.75.
Kara Fry, her first vault, a 9.75 on the runway for her second attempt. Sticks the landing.
Much better vault. As you can see, she landed with no steps. That should score better. Here's a look at the second vault. She gets a better push off the horse. Watch her hands right here. Allows for better rotation, and she sticks the landing.
And the landing always offers a lasting impression for the judges.
Had a career interest in sports psychology.
Next up, Sarah Kane from Grand Island, Nebraska.
We saw her perform an excellent vault in the all-around competition. She usually has excellent landings. Let's see.
One little hop, but other than that, very solid.
Very nice vault. That was another Yurchenko with a half twist. It's actually more difficult to land because you're facing away from the horse. It's harder to stick the landing out of a front flip.
Her coach is Ricardo Appel. Years on the senior national team, 1 for Sarah Kane. She was 10th in the all-around competition. A little bit of a disappointment for her. Was 2nd in the vault. A 4.0 student at Grand Island High School. Her favorite subject, algebra, and as all the angles figured on the vault, her first attempt, 9.85.
And the name of the game in vault finals is to stick your vault, because you have the 6 best vaulters of the competition. The level is all there. What they need to do is to show the performance. If she can stick this landing, she's going to have a great score.
Again, 2nd overall in the vault in the all-around competition.
Beautiful vault. Yurchenko half twist in a layout position. You can see the big smile on her face.
In the all-around competition, you throw out the low score. Here, you have to stick 2 tough vaults.
And she not only gets the push off of the horse, but good distance, perfect form in the air, and a perfect landing.
And serve score to 9.90.
And the final results from the vault competition. Sarah Kane from the north, 9.875. She will take home the gold. Christy Powell, 2nd in the individual event finals for the East, 9.8125. Very, very close at the top. Kara Fry will take home the bronze. Martha Grubbs finished in 4th. Sarah Bulagash finished in 5th. And Donnie Thompson down at the bottom this time in 6th. Now let's go back to Paul Kennedy in the studio.
Paul, Julianne will be back out there a little bit later this evening for more gymnastics. The silver on the uneven bars, the gold on the vault, the gold in the floor event, and the gold in the all-around. A true competitor, sweet Shannon Miller. The best there was in San Antonio and in the United States. And who may equal Shannon Miller's performance this evening? Once again, Paul Sunderland, Julianne McNamara at the Americas Center.
Welcome back to the Americas Center in St. Louis, Missouri for the women's individual event finals. Donnie Thompson next up on the uneven parallel bars. She won this event during her all-around performance, where, of course, she won that as well with a 9.850. Julianne trying to match that tonight. Will her program be any different?
She has a very difficult performance. You'll see several release moves And watch the way she swings. She's beautiful to watch on this event. Good form on that release move. There's a combination to Kachev Ginger. She increases the difficulty by combining the release moves. Here's another to Kachev over the high bar. She has very smooth swing. That's what you want to see on the uneven bars. She sets up for her dismount here. You'll see a double laid out backflip.
Sticks the landing.
Beautiful job.
Her entire family is here in St. Louis. Debbie and Mike, her parents, sister Jenny, brother Brandon, and they have to be very, very happy about that performance. Take a look once again at her dismount, which she just sticks perfectly.
This is the way this dismount should be done. She gets a good release off of the bar, good height, and a perfect landing.
Next up, Andrea Pickens out of Houston, Texas.
High ganger flip. That's a flyaway. She does a flip with a half turn and re-grabs the bar. She's very nice, long line, good form. And Paul, what's fun about the event finals, you'll see the gymnast throw some moves that you might not normally see. This just now, let's see, she does it. A 1.5 twisting front flip. That's called a Rudy. She warmed up both a half twist and a 1.5, and it's exciting to see that she went for it.
We've seen some phenomenal landings, and this was right there with the whole group of Christy Powell and others.
Look at this dismount. She does a front flip and 1.5 twist. Most of the time, you'll just see a half twist. That's great to see.
Spotting the floor just in time to get around a small step on the landing, but a fabulous performance by Andrea Pickens. Second in the all-around, second in the uneven parallel bars during that competition. Our next competitor from Colorado Springs.
Christy starts off with a very difficult move that you'll see here. She goes into Eagle Giants, taken from the men's high bar. Look at the extension in her shoulders. That is beautiful. Reverse hector over the bar. The reason the release moves are so difficult is that you can't see the bar until you actually re-grasp. Another release move, a ganger flip.
Her coach, Tom Forrester, excited. You can see him in the corner of your screen.
Watch this full twisting double. Incredible. That dismount can't be done any better.
From beginning to end, the best performance on the uneven bars we've seen so far tonight, Julianne.
And this is a beautiful dismount to watch. Look at the form in the air, beautiful height, and she actually drops out of it.
Christy Powell getting back to her coach, Tom Forrester out of Colorado Springs. You can see her braces. They just happen to be red and blue. Of course, her teeth are white. And now the results from the uneven parallel bars, both taking home gold medals, both from Colorado Springs, both from the East, Donnie Thompson and Christy Powell. 9.875 out of the West. Andrea Pickens from Houston, a surprise winner of the bronze. And now let's move on to the balance beam. The South's Samantha Muehlman up next on the balance beam from Kettering, Ohio, a member of the Cincinnati Gymnastics Academy. 17 years of age.
And again, the trend of the difficult mount continues. She'll do a front flip mount. Very well done. I just know when I was competing, I preferred to get up there.
Once you were there, it seemed to get a little bit easier.
Right.
Do you spend more time practicing the beam than any other of your routines?
Yes, I always did. It's just the repetition that's important. You need to be able to go in a competition knowing you can hit 10 out of 10 in routines, because all you need is one good performance. Nice tumbling pass, back handspring, layout, back handspring.
Muhlmann scored a 9.6 during the all-around portion of this competition earlier in the festival. That was good enough for fifth.
Setting up for her dismount. Double back tuck, good landing, a smooth performance.
Should be very happy indeed with that performance. A 9.6 earlier, probably better in the individual portion of the competition, and she just stuck the dismount after a very solid performance.
This capped off the routine. A good high, double backflip. She'll actually make 2 entire rotations in the air and a nice landing.
And her coach, Mary Lee Tracy, was equally thrilled. Hit it, yes. For Samantha Muhlmann, 9.775. And now Donnie Thompson from Colorado Springs, already a gold medal in the individual this evening on the uneven parallel bars.
And there again was a beautiful front mount, dismount, mount, I should say.
Holding on for dear life.
And she really just lost that in the landing. She had a beautiful landing, but just got a little out of alignment. And Paul, I spoke of the poise that Donnie shows earlier, and this event is where it really shows. She's very comfortable, very relaxed.
A lot of people had not heard of her outside the inner circle of the gymnastics world before the Olympic Festival here in St. Louis, but this is a star on the rise.
And watch this move. Front flip right into an immediate jump, increases the difficulty. Very well done.
Poise and grace you don't expect from someone 4'7", 73 pounds, 13 years of age.
And the good news is that she'll only get better. Very good difficulty in this routine. Setting up for a difficult dismount. 2 back handsprings, double back tuck.
A little hop on the landing, but not much worse than that. Mike and Debbie Thompson very happy with their daughter's performance all week long, and again this evening. After a long, solid performance with a little bit of a problem, you see the flair she has for the audience. She ends this program with a flourish as well.
And this is such a difficult dismount. She's actually tumbling on the balance beam into her dismount. Double back flip. Very nicely done.
The anxiety of being a parent in support of their young competitor here in St. Louis. They'll be happy with the result, I'm sure. And the results from the balance beam competition this evening. Donnie Thompson, again, another gold from the East, 9.8. Amy Chow, just 25 100ths behind. Also from the East, she'll take home the silver. And Samantha Muhlmann with an excellent performance. Now let's go back to Paul Kennedy in the studio.
Julianne, Paul, thanks a million. So perhaps Donnie becomes indeed the Shannon Miller of 1994. Certainly, it's been a wonderful U.S. Olympic Festival for her, thus.
Missouri for the women's individual event finals.
Coming into this competition, Kelly is the highest ranked gymnast at this competition. Beautiful double layup backflip. The
What a
same
start.
path we saw Christy Powell perform. twisting flip.
Kelly Davis has moved from her home in New York to Parkland, Florida in order to train with her coaches Tim and Tony Rand.
Kelly's also got a lot of talent. This wasn't her best competition, but she'll be back. And I think she really wants to put on a good performance here. It's the last event of the competition.
She finished 9th in the all-around, certainly not up to her standards, but you mentioned that she was not peaking for this particular meet.
That's right. Front flip right into a double back flip. A powerful ending.
Kelly Davis, the highest-ranked gymnast coming into this United States Olympic Festival competition, and may end up the highest ranked after the floor exercise, her first tumbling pass.
This requires explosive power. You can see her arms shoot up in the air. She actually looks like she gets higher on the second flip.
Amazing the tricks that can be done today. What will they do tomorrow? Amy Chow off of the balance beam and now to the floor exercise.
Setting up for her first tumbling run. Whip through to a full twisting double pike. This is an event where the gymnasts can show their personality, so show the artistic side of the sport. Not as difficult as some of the middle passes you'll see.
Amy Chow with a 9.75 during the all-around portion of this competition on the floor. Maintains a 4.0 grade point average, something I've only fantasized about.
It's a nice double turn into 2 straddle jumps. Requirements on the floor exercise. She's setting up here for her final tumbling run. See a front somersault into a triple twisting layout backflip. Beautifully done.
Amy Chow, 16 years of age, one of the older competitors, and certainly hopeful of getting on the squad for 1996, her floor exercise performance. Take a look at her last tumbling pass when you are most fatigued in the floor exercise.
That's exactly right, Paul. It's hard at the end. You're so tired. But watch this. She gets 3 twists around. She gets good height, good rotation, and a great landing.
Wearing a star in the ear, and with good reason. Winner of the all-around, Donnie Thompson on the floor exercise.
She is a charmer on this event. Triple turn here, very difficult dance move. Right into a difficult first run, full twisting double back and a tuck position. Little short on the landing.
She's recovered from that first short landing difficulty off the tumbling run.
packages 2.5 twists to a front handspring. She nailed that one.
Parents Mike and Debbie Thompson again. A great performance. I wonder what Nadia Comaneci would give her as a score.
Donnie likes to go camping in her spare time. She also likes to feed the deer.
Donnie's last tumbling pass. A determined run.
That last pass is always difficult. She's so tired at the end. She bursts out as much energy as she can. 2.5 twists right into immediate front handspring, right into her ending pose.
Some athletes just have it. The complete package, and Donnie Thompson has it.
We have just had our drawing for the USA.
And our final results from the floor exercise. Kelly Davis with that electrifying performance. She will take home the gold medal. And then a three-way tie for the silver. Amy Chow, Donnie Thompson, and Kristen Maloney. They will all take home the silver. Well, a great evening of gymnastics competition has been completed, and Julianne, you must feel a little bit comfortable knowing that the future of your sport is in pretty good hands.
We witnessed some unbelievable gymnastics, and it's exciting heading towards Atlanta, seeing the bright up-and-coming stars, and who knows, in a few years to come, Donnie Thompson and Christy Powell may be the names they're mentioning as bursting on the scene here at the Olympic Festival.
All right, they may be the next Julianne McNamara. That's it from women's gymnastics. We have enjoyed it. For Julianne McNamara, I'm Paul Sunderland. Let's go back to Paul Kennedy in the studio.
A great performance there, and Amy Chow, too, for my money. An exceptional young talent on the gymnastics scene. Just ahead.